All right, Coach, it is a cold night in western Pennsylvania as we bring you inside Heinz Field here in Pittsburgh. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Oliver. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Steeler first down on a pickup of 11 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now again, right side, Oliver. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To throw is Peterson from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the 1st down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
To throw on 2nd down. Peterson, flush to his right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Now this one complete on the slant route, and he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. He'll run it. The quick feet. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
Looking to throw. Peterson. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. In for the score as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll bring up a second down. To throw again on second down. Jackson, that's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. T.J. Watt in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. After the sack on first down, Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach. The offensive coordinator just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone. Can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
It's a short kick here, fielded at the 24. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson, he gets this to Devontae Adams. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. He was looking for Devin Singletary there. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
To throw is Peterson. To throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Peterson now. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to launch it for Washington. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can...
And a Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Aaron Donald. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Peterson going deep to the end zone for Juju. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Here's a carry for Oliver. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Come on, set. 18, Gator.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Snap.
On a jet sweep, this is Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now 21-0. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
You see me? You see me? They can't stop it.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Escaping the pressure, trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
60 Pittsburgh.
The Steelers
Number
take
one.
the 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Hit it.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Oliver. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Peterson, off play action. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson and an alley to run. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Jackson from the shotgun. Eluding the pressure right. And Adams has it, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Jackson looking for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Jackson now. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the 2nd half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that. Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. Now Brown, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. So hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead is down to 28-10. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 1st down, it's Oliver. To the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And they open the lead up now to 25. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
That, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to go back to Hollywood there. That'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
23 yards the pickup there. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 now. Jackson, Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first. And Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, 5, and he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. Intended that time for Cooper. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Interception on the season, and that number 14 ties the NFL single-season record.
Held by Dick Night Train Lane. Was that 1952?
52, more than a half-century ago.
And he's with the Rams that season, and believe it or not, it was his rookie year.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Here's Jackson to throw. Flush to his right. And an alley to run. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
56. And let's get this.
Ready?
They'll run on first down. Oliver. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
Here we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Hey, we heavy on the edges.
And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off right. Around the 43.
All day.
His guys take over first and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Eat. Look small. Hey, get up.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. It's caught here by Adams. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. And an alley to run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. They could get it done. But guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. Again, Jackson. This is caught. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
The ball comes out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Oliver. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. So first and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10. Jackson now. Throwing again. Eluding the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. And now they are knocking on the door inside Pittsburgh's 10. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens cut into that lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run the...
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. 75 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that will extend this big lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run, deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and it's 3rd down. Jackson operating from the gun. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. To throw is Jackson. And this is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. On 2nd down, it's Oliver. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. But that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
On 1st down, Mayberry. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. And 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Stepping up, he'll try and run. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up 1st downs.
On 1st down, it's Oliver, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
She's singing too.
Oh, she's singing. She's
on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Buying time to his left. He's going to let it fall. That's caught inside the 20. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your cup.
And it'll be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll run on 1st down. Oliver. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They go again with Oliver. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Pittsburgh, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew.